Hi, my name is Riley Simachek, and this is my Art History DC final. I did photo recreations. For my first artwork, I chose to do the Dying Gaul, who's from the Roman era. For this photo recreation, I decided to mostly recapture his the monochromatic scheme of his clothing. He is nude in this sculpture. He's fully made out of marble, so I'm wearing neutral clothing that matches my skin tone, and I try to capture the emotion and his position in this sculpture. He is seen historically in a position where he is being conquered by the Romans, and so he's in a lot of pain. A lot of the women were taken or killed, and so he's going through a lot of emotions. Um, he ends up ultimately committing suicide in this sculpture, and so I want to capture just the agony and the pain that he's going through in that moment. I want to capture as much emotion as possible and keep it as accurate as possible. For my next sculpture, I chose Dorophoros. This is also from the Roman era. He's seen here again fully monochromatic. So I again am in these neutral clothing colors right here to represent that. I decided to highlight his contrapposto stance in the way I'm standing, as well as I have my arm outreached here as he does in the sculpture. I try to capture his long gaze as he's kind of looking out towards the audience, maybe the viewer. But I wanted to capture his stance and his position as much as possible. I also tried to capture the lighting put on his sculpture here. I tried to cast a shadow, as is in this photo right here. For my third sculpture, I chose Augustus. He is seen here in his battle armor and a lot of drapery. So I wanted to reflect that in mine. I have his staff here as represented in my recreation. And I wanted to, again, since this is all one color, wanted to use as much neutral color as possible. I chose all white clothing and white adjacent colors in this for my clothing. I have as his drapery and his skirt and his clothing around his legs. I used a sheet to kind of have that drapey look and what he's holding over his arm. And I am again, um, I have my arm outstretched as he does to reflect that. I have a very serious face here as he is in this sculpture. So I wanted to be as accurate as possible. I have again recreated the shadow cast by the lighting in the photo so that I can keep it as accurate as possible. For my fourth piece, I chose the Virgin Jeanne d'Evreux. This is another sculpture. This one is representative of Mother Mary and Christ as a child. So I again chose neutral colors to represent the fact that this is one color. It's all made out of this gold color right here. I've used a stuffed animal right here as Christ the child. Its arm is outreached as it is Christ's arm to Mary, kind of reaching up at her, um, wanting that motherly attention and whatever. I have her drapery down here, as she's seen a lot of the time wearing drapes and skirts and veils and just lots of drapery and things like that. I wanted to keep that in line with the accuracy there. I tried to keep her off position stance. It's almost a contrapposto like stance. I tried to keep that in with my positioning, and I have my head tilted here. Mary, a lot of the time, is seen with her head kind of tilted to one side. So I tried to keep mine just to keep that accurate as well. For my fifth and final piece, I've chose Rotgen Pieta. It is a German piece that is a kind of a continuation of sorts of the last piece that I did. While in the last piece, Christ was seen as a child, he is now grown, and Mary is mourning his sacrifice on the cross. I tried to capture her emotion. The loss of a child is very, very hard on a mother, and I wanted to capture her agony as seen in the sculpture. I again kept neutral colors. I found the drapery to be also important, so I've included that again. I have kind of my stuffed animal draped over my arm as it's like its head is folded over my arm. I'm holding my hand over its lap um, to kind of represent the weakness seen in Christ's figure here after his sacrifice on the cross. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.